After being hospitalized for 3 months, I woke up from an open heart surgery to repair a congenital heart defect at the age of 6. That surgery allowed me to live an active life where I get to participate in sports. My face and lips wouldn't turn purple or have difficulty breathing after only a short run. Most importantly, this operation gave me back a lot of time because I had a real shot at attaining an average lifespan rather than to die young. When I was discharged, the doctor told me, "Son, you've been given another chance. Make the most of your life." That taught me a sense of purpose and urgency. I wonder, if you were given another shot at life, what would you do differently? For a while, I felt invincible because I thought medical treatment could always give me back more time. But that would change 10 years later. One day at the age of 16, I was driving in my car. A classmate pulled up next to me, and I noticed his car was getting closer and closer to mine. So close, I thought it was gonna hit me. And suddenly I heard a loud screech. I couldn't see my classmate anymore. I made a U-turn, and I noticed his car had crashed into a tree. Shortly after, the paramedics arrived and pronounced him dead at the scene. 2 weeks later, I attended his funeral. As his casket was being lowered, I thought to myself, that totally could have been me. I'm not invincible. My life could end in an instant without warning. I'm just lucky to be alive. That realization shaped everything. So let me ask you the previous question in a different way. What if the doctor told you you had less than 1 year to live? Would you have any regrets? How would you value your relationships, your personal finances, and most importantly, your career? Because research tells us an average person spends 90,000 hours, or a third of our waking moments, over a 40-year period just working. That excludes overtime and commutes. We have the movie The Titanic or The Avengers Endgame. Who's watched either of these movies? Woo, right? Many of you. Who's watched it more than once? Wow, many of you. More than twice. Wow, so many. It's a 3-hour-long movie. You must love it a lot. Imagine watching either of these more than 30,000 times. That's equivalent to how much an average person spends working in their lifetime. Well, then how do we spend our time wisely? Standing in front of you today on borrowed time after surviving 2 near-death experiences shaped my career. I learned that my career is not about going to school, getting a job, seeking higher pay, more prestigious title, and then retire. Rather, my career served as important chapters of my life story, a story that I get to craft according to my values and purpose in pursuit of alignment. It allows me to wake up excited every day, living my values of freedom, achievements, and no regrets. But like most stories, there are roadblocks, and mine is no exception. While I encountered 2 major career roadblocks, I used them to craft my story. It was March of 2009. I went to work at one of Asia's largest hedge funds at the time. My boss announced the company would be shuttering and the whole team would be laid off. I was taken aback because I thought if any company were to survive the crisis, it would be us. And for me personally, somebody who is hardworking, driven, with a pedigree, how can I ever get laid off? But boy, was I wrong. And I learned this painful lesson at the age of 30 years old. Well, suddenly my career just flatlined. It gave me reflections of that day at 16, when things could just end in an instant. While this was the first major career roadblock I faced, I used the time to take a step back, to look around. And somehow it didn't feel like a roadblock, but rather a checkpoint for me to ask, is the path I'm on still aligned with my values and purpose?